Recording. Hi, I recorded. Maggie, ready?
Hello.
I have a great idea for this improv. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
I always get embarrassed. Right now is like when my nerves kick in, but fuck it. Hey Maggie, get your phone out. I just sent you an email. I need you to open it.
Yeah, of course.
Did it go through? What, you got Sprint? Why is it taking so long?
Sprint. Wait, is this email part of the improv, or did I really get Am I already ruining it?
No, this is too awesome. This is too awesome. Okay, we'll start it over. But you,
I thought that was funny. Keep going.
I thought you were getting into character. I was like, this is awesome.
Wow, really? That's cool. I'm on it.
It's still better than me and my improv. Trust me.
See
Yeah,
how
that
bad I am at improv? It's no, wait, redo, because that's
Yeah.
a good prompt, and now I know. It doesn't count because I didn't know.
No.
Ask me again. I'm ready.
The amazing part is this is all on video, so people can watch this. This is gonna be awesome.
Great. I want it to be on video. It's so real. This is gonna go viral. Ready? Ask me again. Okay?
That's what I tell Ted, but Ted doesn't. On ZombieCast, they don't even use video. I'm like, it's just like that's like a phone conversation. It's weak sauce. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna ask you again. We're
right.
improving.
I've never been readier.
Hey Maggie, I just sent you an email. Can you check it real quick? I sent you something.
Yeah, of course I can. Of course I can. I got my Gmail up right now.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm really okay. I don't know how I feel about this. I just sent you my audition tape. I just made an audition tape for Scream Queens because I really want
Oh
to.
my gosh. That's right, because you met Jamie Lee Curtis at that thing not too long ago, right?
Oh yeah. So in the video you'll see when you play it, I got the Jamie Lee Curtis wig on. You know, I got all
You look
that
great
stuff.
in that wig. I know you didn't like it when you wore it to the party the other night, but I think you look great in it.
Thank you. Yeah, I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I can't wait to get in this movie. I really want to be a part of this show.
I believe in you. I believe in you. You can really do it. Just, you want me to watch it now, or should I?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and watch it.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sarah Fuller, and I would be awesome at Scream Queens.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
would be
stop.
awesome.
Sean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to stop you right now.
Okay.
Do you know what Jamie Lee Curtis's hair looks like?
Yeah, it's like I don't know, your average kind of butch dykey.
Well, this is blonde. You look more like you're doing a Sharon Stone thing than a Jamie
Oh.
Lee Curtis thing.
Oh, I'm not gonna get the part.
No, I mean, not unless you do the Fatal Attraction thing and you plan on spreading your legs in front of a bunch of guys. You know what I mean?
Well, anything goes. I'll do whatever I can get to get the part.
Well, in that case, I think we're gonna need to watch some. Wait, is it No, it's Basic Instinct. It's not Fatal Attraction.
You should watch Fatal Attraction too.
Hey,
I
Ted.
love Fatal Attraction.
Ted's
Yeah.
here. Did you watch my audition tape?
I started watching it, but I got so distracted by the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis isn't a blonde and you're wearing the wrong wig.
Yeah, whatever. It's all good. It doesn't matter what color the wig is.
It's what's inside that counts.
Yeah,
It's what's inside the wig that counts.
Yeah. So you guys, since you guys don't like it and you guys are giving me a thumbs down, forget it. Skip. I'm not gonna do it.
No, I don't want to discourage you. I always believe. You know what? I think you should send it in, even if you are a blonde, because I believe in you, no matter what your hair color.
Yeah, you know I used to be a blonde before I lost all my hair.
Mm-hmm. And you looked great.
Yeah,
And I
thank
think you look great now, and you look great in anything. And I can't wait to see you on the show because you're gonna book it, Sean.
Wow,
you're gonna
you
have
guys,
to
I'm like-
it.
I'm blushing right now. This is incredible. Now, let's get into a podcast.
But
All right, Maggie, this is what you got to say with a lot of energy. Hey, Norma, give me a horribly awkward.
Hey, Norma, give me a horribly awkward.
Perfect. Yes. This all makes sense after I edit it all. I promise.
I believe in you.
Okay.
The edit is always extremely well done.
You guys, I didn't record any of that.
Oh, shut
I'm
the
just
fuck up.
joking.
Okay,
I'm just joking. Trying to break the ice.
I was about to be like, that's a shame. That's a real shame. Because I was giving you gold?
Yeah,
Question
that was
mark?
good. Yeah, it's always gold. It's supposed to be horribly awkward. Like I say, I tell everybody I title it horribly awkward, so if it doesn't work, they expect that, right?
I think it's great. I live for this kind of shit.
Yes!
Are we allowed
Okay.
to swear on this?
You can say whatever the fuck you feel.
Is this like CBS or is this like Netflix?
This is
You know what I
no,
mean?
this is HBO. This is like
Okay.
Game of
This
Thrones
is
murdering.
This is Skinamax in the 1980s.
Oh man,
No, this is fucking This is horribly awkward. Of course it is. I was gonna say this is Game of Thrones just murdering infants.
yeah. Just
Well, it's
murdering.
not that. We don't murder infants.
Yeah, well, not yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna introduce Ted, and then I'll introduce you after I do this long, boring thing you're about to sit through.
I can't wait.
Okay. Welcome to Horribly Awkward, episode 39. I'm your host, Sean. As always, another podcast and another killer show delivered to your ear holes. Thanks for downloading the show. I do appreciate it. If you like what you hear, tell your friends, because word of mouth is a beautiful thing, so use what your mama gave you. I do have a voicemail number if you'd like to drop me a line about anything, say anything you would like. It's been a couple weeks since I got a voicemail, and I'm very sad. But that number is 510-600-3475. Trust me, I don't answer that phone. It's just a voicemail number. I would love to hear it, and I'd love to play it, guys. You can also type me out a message the old-fashioned way at horriblyawkwardpodcast@gmail.com. On today's show, first off, he's back. I got my buddy Ted Bracewell, the creator of the Combat Kids cartoon and host on ZombieCast. Ted, what's up?
What is up, Sean? Good to be back. Is this a twofer? Is this two in a row?
This is, I don't know, there's been one in between, I believe.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I felt pity, so I thought, I know you don't have any friends, so I figured you could come hang out with me.
I'm very lonely. Very
Ted,
lonely.
do you remember a couple weeks ago you said, it was something like this, dude, you need to check out this awesome Maggie versus Evil Dead video. It's pretty cool. You need to check it out.
Yeah, I do. That's exactly how it went, and I said it exactly that way. I said, dude, look at this girl. You should get her on your show. She seems cool.
So that's exactly why we're here, you guys. We're going to play this video live, and then we're going to critique the hell out of it.
Yes.
No, we're not. Actually, you guys, from the super awesome Maggie versus Evil Dead video, from the Sisters Sorella web series, and live sitcom, which I have watched. We'll talk about that. Put your hands together for Maggie Carr! Woo! Hear the crowd?
I hear them. They're going wild. Thank you so much. Thank you, gentlemen.
Settle down, crowd. Settle down. Settle down.
Please.
Maggie, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty damn good. And I
Thanks
wasn't
for
lying.
having me on the show.
Yes, this is fucking awesome in the world where I can see some cool stuff on the internet and I can get a hold of people and be like, let's do a podcast. And I'm like sitting here, basically, you guys are sitting in my room or having a hangout.
It's great. I love the internet for this. It's the
We've
greatest
got all our
thing.
cool. See, Maggie's got the solid. We're doing video. Maggie's got the solid, beautiful purple background. But Sean and I are dorks, so I've got all the Halloween movie posters by me, and Sean here's got whatever he's got. And Maggie's sitting here looking like she looks like Marilyn Monroe sitting here. I'm telling you.
No.
Look at her.
Seriously, I mean, everybody should go to my YouTube channel. I know I never promote it, and barely anybody goes to it, but it is there, and you guys can see Maggie. Like, this is the most beautiful thing you ever seen in the world, right here.
It's real. I mean, guys, you're really pitching it. They're gonna be really disappointed if they go and
No,
see.
I already posted an image on the Twitters, and
Oh my God!
you'll be a
They're
believer.
gonna see it. Well, that's great. I'm so complimented. I hope everybody likes it. I set it up just for you guys.
Yay! Yeah,
It's
I love
actually
that.
just my bedroom wall. So
You went down to Home Depot this morning. You bought some, I guess, purple paint.
some pink
and-
paint. Actually, this is the same room from the video. It's the same exact room, same walls as in my bedroom and Maggie vs. Evil Dead. This is the same room.
You shot that at your house?
Yeah, I shot it in my dad's house.
Wow.
Actually. I'm home. My sister got married yesterday, so I'm staying at my dad's house. And I blew up a bunch of stuff in his kitchen, and there's still some blood on the ceiling in there.
That's all. So what is your sister's name? Let's give her a congratulations.
Her name's Veronica.
Veronica, congratulations!
Hey,
You
Ronnie, you're married.
you were
did it.
stuck. You were stuck.
You are in for good now. There's
Deal
no
with
getting
it.
out.
Yeah, there's no dealing with. I mean, I don't know how you prepare yourself for a lifetime of torment, but congratulations. That's so awesome.
Oh man, yeah. Congrats, Ronnie. What do you have behind you, Ted? Is that Halloween 3 and 4 behind you? Those posters?
Let's see. I gotta look at. I got Halloween here. I got Halloween 1. It's my favorite movie. Halloween
Yeah,
1.
there's. Is
Halloween
that
3.
Yeah, that's 3.
And then over here, I've got Fright Night. That's a custom
Right?
print over Fright Night over there.
The
I can see
original? I assume the original.
It's actually like an original artwork. I had a friend who had a movie poster website. The name is escaping me now. I'm very sorry, Michael Rowland. Uh, but I traded some animation work for a custom print of a Fright Night poster, and that's what that is. It's really cool. It's I think it's kind of glaring from the sunlight. But
It looks pretty cool, though.
let's see. Yeah. And then,
Ted,
of course, I've
this does
got.
not make for great audio. What are you doing right now?
Sorry, I apologize.
I'm sorry, I asked about the posters anyway.
that's
I just
awesome.
noticed the Halloween posters. I got excited.
Yeah, Ted.
Do you
Ted
like
is like
Halloween films, Maggie?
I do like the Halloween films. I've not seen all of them, which is terrible, but I do like the Halloween films. I like them better than Friday the 13th. As far as all the slasher films, Friday the 13th is probably my least favorite. I get a lot of flack for it.
Ooh, I'm very split. We might have to talk about this, about the...
Yeah.
Gotta love horror movies, man. I grew up on it. I remember being young. Yes, I was young at one point. I remember when I was younger, I go to my cousin's house, and all he did was collect horror movies. So I just go and I'd borrow all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I'd borrow them all at once, put them in a bag, go home, and just watch the shit out of those movies.
Yeah, I'm a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan, and especially for kids. Well, not. I mean, horror is not always great for kids, I guess.
Yeah,
but
it is.
like when I was a kid, the Elm Street movies were like the best. They were such like cartoony horror to me. I just loved watching them all just like that as well. Actually, Sci-Fi just had for Friday the 13th, they had a Nightmare on Elm Street marathon, and I rewatched all of them, and I'd forgotten how hysterical they all are.
They had at the there's a theater out here called the New Beverly. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's
I've
owned by
not.
It's owned by Quentin Tarantino, and
Oh, cool.
they do screenings all the time. And on Friday the 13th, they did a 14-hour. It was called like Up All Night on Elm Street or something. They showed all 8 Elm Streets in a row in the theater.
Oh, that's great, including Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Then.
Yeah,
If
and I
there's
was
8.
like, I kind of wanted to go, but I was like, I don't think my butt could take it. Sitting there for 8 hours watching, I was like, it's sold out in like 10 minutes. But I was like, I know a lot of people that went, and it started at 7 p.m. and I was following them on Twitter. Like 4 a.m. they were like, okay, we're starting part 5. The Dream Child is starting. It was 4 a.m. I was
God.
like, good God, you got 3 more of these fucking things. And then it was like 10 a.m. They were all taking pictures of themselves walking out. Like, we did it.
Oh man, that's a lot. That's a lot. I've done almost all of them in a row before, but I've never done.
But in
I
your
like
house,
doing other things. I'm like doing work and like writing while they're on in the
yeah,
background.
your
I'm
house,
just
not
staring
sitting
at
in
them.
the theater. Could you go do that? I couldn't.
I couldn't do that. I don't think I could do that.
No.
I like watching all those like old horror films. I like watching background of something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can like bounce in and out of them.
I have trouble sitting through one movie. No joke. I'm just like, I shift around. Like, you guys will notice on the podcast, I shift around. I get very uncomfortable. My back. I guess I'm an old man. My back. I don't know. I'd like, how much did it cost for a ticket like that, Ted? Or you
It
just
was
go
like
watch
$30, but
Really? That's it?
That's a deal.
it's a deal, but I just couldn't rationalize. I've seen all of those movies 100 million billion times, you know. And I did, however, I have the Jason box set. I have been sort of burning through those lately. I love all of them: Halloween, Jason, Freddy. But unlike you, I think Freddy's my least favorite of the 3 big.
Really?
Yeah, is that kind of like Halloween is my favorite individual movie?
A
But I
lot
think
of people like that. I mean, the original Halloween's. It's
Yeah.
really hard to argue with that hashtag John Carpenter realness that's happening in the movie. But I don't know. I mean, you could argue that Friday the 13th and Halloween are scarier because Jason and Mike Myers are. I mean, they're clearly scarier than Freddy because they don't talk as much. They're not making puns while they kill people. They just keep killing people. But I think sometimes Freddy's scarier because he's like making such a joke of the people he kills. You know what I mean?
I think he's the one that definitely screwed me in the head the most when I was a kid. Just the way he looked, his burnt face. I remember when I was a child, they had a store called International Tape and Video. And in that store, they had a door-sized Freddy Krueger, like, life-size poster.
No
And I
thanks.
was like 3 years old, and I remember Dad would say, we're going to go rent movies, and I was like, nah. And I'd stay on the other side of the video store from that poster.
Yeah, I would be the same way. as a kid, a life-size one of those, I would have never been able to walk in. I can't do that. I have an Evil Dead poster in. I actually had it up in this bedroom, and I had to take it down because at night that girl like breaking out of the ground in like the moonlight always like just freaks the hell out of me.
So are you a big Evil Dead fan?
I am, yeah. If I had to pick like favorite horror films, Evil Dead 2 is probably like I mean probably number one. It's tight between that and Hellraiser. That gives you an idea of like my favorite genre of horror films. But I really love the second Evil Dead, and I always have.
Actually, you know what? I'm so glad you said that because I reached out on Facebook to see if anybody wanted to give us a Would You Rather. And this is going to be the most perfect Would You Rather, the most fitting Would You Rather that has ever been created on Horribly Awkward. This is not Horribly Awkward. This is perfect. Okay, so here you go, Maggie. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so Joseph Anthony Pitt said, would you rather have complete control of the Necronomicon Ex Mortis in Evil Dead or the puzzle box in Hellraiser?
No way.
No joke.
Oh man. There's so many questions that go with this though. My answer usually is because people ask me this a lot because I'm a big Hellraiser fan and I do a lot of Hellraiser posts. People usually ask me like, hey, like they'll be like, check out this lament configuration, which is the technical term for the box. Hashtag
Like
Hellraiser.
that. Listen to that. Listen to that knowledge.
Like they'll be like, you know, it's pictures of the box on a T-shirt or like stuff, and I like to stay away from the box. I don't even want to touch a toy of the box. But like, would it mean that I would have control over the Cenobites if I had the box?
It can mean anything you want, I guess. I'm trying to... Joseph is an awesome dude.
I've never fully understood the logistics of the box, I'll be honest, in
I mean,
Hellraiser.
here's the thing, though. It's incredibly unclear. Like, sometimes it's a puzzle box where it's like, how do you open it? And other times it's just like doing whatever the hell it wants at you know, at any point. Like I mean, it's not consistent. No one knows how that thing works.
They have 9 of those movies, and I'm sure you've seen them all, even the shitty Revelations one.
I have seen every single terrible one, even that new found footage one.
I like what was it, Hellworld with Superman, Henry Cavill was in it. Hellworld had Henry Cavill and Lance Henriksen were in it. It was like the last one before the bad
The found
one.
footage one?
No, it's the one where they make like a game
Is
show
that
out of it. They do a game show called Hellworld.
I don't think I've seen this one.
It has Henry Cavill from Superman.
No way.
Yeah.
It's called Hellworld? How have I not seen this?
They have got, I can name them all. There's Hellraiser, Hellbound,
Hellraiser 2, Hellbound.
Bloodline,
Yeah. What's 3 called?
Hell on Earth,
Hell on Earth, that's right.
Deader.
Hellbound is the Alan Smithy movie.
Hellbound's
I've watched
the second
Hellbound more times. I mean, not Hellbound, Bloodline. I've watched
Yeah.
Bloodline more times than I care to say.
That's the weird space one.
Yeah, and Adam Scott is in it. Is that what his name is? The guy from Parks and Rec. He's in that one. And then after that, they start being scripts, like other writers' scripts that
Yeah.
they just put Pinhead in.
It's basically Pinhead presents Hellraiser.
Yes.
It feels like a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Exactly. It's like he comes out at the beginning, is like, here's the deal, and then he leaves. I always like to think of those writers who, like, it was like, hey, listen, guess what? They bought your script. They love it. Just a little change. Just a tiny little change.
We're putting 5 minutes of Pinhead in it.
It's gonna be a Hellraiser movie. Pinhead's gonna be in it. What do you think? Oh, too late. We're already doing it.
I
Sorry.
hate you guys. I hate you both right now. You guys' memory's good and you remember things. I know I've seen like a bunch of movies and I can't remember anything about them.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I didn't even know about this entire movie of
Neither
what
did
is
I.
it called?
It's part A. It's called Hellworld. They had all of them on Netflix for a while. I used to be able to. I do horror trivia at this every month, so I have to memorize stupid things. So they had, I believe, after Bloodline, they had
2005.
They had Inferno with Craig Sheffer.
Yes.
Then they had Deader, which brought back. No, Deader had Kari Wurr, right? And then they had Then they had Hellseeker, where they brought back Ashley Lawrence.
Yes, Hellseeker. That's the one with where her husband ends up in hell.
Yeah.
Deader is like the super '90s one.
Yeah, with Kari Wurr.
Yes.
And then Hell World is part 8 with Henry Cavill and Lance Henriksen, and it's actually kind of good.
I've never even seen that. I've never even heard of it. How can that
Mhm.
be? I've also never read the Hellraiser graphic novel series, which is terrible. I'm a bad Hellraiser fan. So I have so much to do now. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta watch this stuff.
Okay.
They snap.
Okay. Let's take a
Answer the
break.
question, Sean.
Let's
I
take a
think,
break.
I think that's really hard. If
I'm
I
looking up Hell World. Yeah, right here. Hellraiser 8 Hell World. There it is, trailer.
2005, man.
2005. Maybe I had. No, I would remember that. I feel like the answer to your question would be, I would probably pick. Oh, that's really tough. If I could have control over the Cenobites, or let's just say that it would either be having control over the Cenobites in that like MC Escher Hell World, Leviathan, etc., or
Yeah.
having control over like the more biblical hell, I guess. I don't know. I'd probably choose to have control over the Cenobites. Because then you can just sick them on people. I'm not interested in world domination.
Why don't
You
we
just
just
like micro
Petty little murders and crime.
Why don't we just have
Yeah.
control of both? You know, this is the first time we've done it, but we want it all. This is the first. Would you rather that? We're just taking it all. We want control of the world,
of the entire world.
of the horror world. You guys, I feel so dumb right now listening to you guys
You gotta
talk
watch
about
those
horror
Hellraisers,
movies.
man. They're fucking craziness. My only problem with the box, as we were saying earlier, the logistics of the box, they make a whole point in the first 2 movies that it's like so hard to open. They even have like a girl with autism who's like a puzzle genius in
Yeah,
the second
she's
one.
the whole point is that she can do the puzzle boxes, but they
And
never
then-
go through they never take the time to like figure out how it could what exactly kind of puzzle it is. You just kind of
Yeah.
rub your fingers around.
And then it does the thing. But then, am I wrong in saying by around part 6, you can open it by just accidentally dropping it on the floor?
Yeah, it becomes one of those things where like it chooses you. The only thing consistent about the box at all is every time before the Cenobites come, like when it goes up in the air, when half of it goes up in the air and then twists and then goes back down, you know shit's hitting the fan. Like that's the only thing that's consistent. But as far as everything else is concerned with the box, like it could mean anything. It's whatever they need, really.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Gwyneth
So-
Paltrow's head. That's
Okay,
I tweeted you the trailer to Hellworld, by the way, so you can try to refresh your memory.
I
Ted
can't
will,
wait to watch it.
Ted will probably link you and tweet at you. Why am I getting an echo right now? Hello, 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 hello.
Sounds fun to me, anyway.
I don't know. What happened? This is crazy. You guys not hear this?
I hear
Yeah.
it.
Oh. Power through. Power through. Power through. Hi. Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
I don't know. It's weird. Now I feel weird about it.
Sounds fine to me. I don't know.
Oh, is it your computer then? If you're not hearing it, it's probably you.
Probably. I could hang up and call it.
No. Just unplug your mic and then plug it back in.
All right. Oh, damn it.
Hello. Hello. Hey, are you there?
Hey.
No. Ted, now you're completely muted.
What the shit?
But you're not.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, am I there?
Yeah.
Oh. Something goofy was happening. I think your voices were coming out of my computer, and now they're coming through my headset. There was something goofy happening. I don't know.
Huh.
I
Oh, hey.
apologize.
Everything sounds good now. Maggie, so I need to know about this Maggie versus Evil Dead thing because I think this is a fucking awesome video. And
Oh, thanks.
like so you just thought I want to is it like were you really trying to reach out to get a part in the show?
I was 100% trying to do that. That's
It's so awesome.
very transparent. I'm doing exactly what I say I'm doing. I'm obviously a huge horror fan, and as you can tell from my taste in horror movies, preferring like Freddy and Hellraiser, and obviously Evil Dead. I like that sort of genre, I like that wink of horror, and I mean, Evil Dead is like the quintessential like horror with a wink show. And when I found out they were making a TV show, I was just like, oh man, if I could do that, I would be over the moon. And at the time, I didn't have an agent, and I was like, just an actress working in New York. And I thought if I didn't try my hardest to do it, I would really be upset with myself. So I I don't know why I thought of it. I just thought I'd make a video and then send it to them. And I know a lot about Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi because I watch all their movies. I've always been huge fans. And I know that they were just like kids who, made a horror film and like tried really hard and got successful that way. And so I thought they would be open to like some kid making a short film and then trying to do basically the same thing they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
And they were really responsive to it, which is amazing and great. It's so great to know that people that you look up to so much are the people that you think they are, and they are.
Yeah, that's awesome. So have you actually gotten feedback from like Bruce Campbell?
Not feedback per se.
Asshole, you asshole, Bruce. I'll tell Bruce. I'll
No,
let him know.
never,
Like,
never.
I'll let
I
him know.
love
I'm just joking.
he tweeted it out, and because I wrote a BuzzFeed article about it, and then kind of caught fire that way, and then it got to him through a weird string of internet wormhole situation, and he retweeted it, and that was like amazing, and then he texted it to casting director, the casting director for the show, and then they contacted me and brought me in, which was amazing. It was great. So I got to talk to them, and they were really, really nice, and they basically were like, listen, it films in New Zealand. It's harder than just putting you on the show. But Bruce Campbell texted it to them, and he was very complimentary, and I was just so happy to be, like taken seriously, and like for like people that I wanted to see it to pay attention to it, and it's gotten so much attention online because the horror community online is just like the greatest community in the whole world. They're extremely supportive and really, really engaged all of the time, constantly doing new things and sharing stuff. So it's been a great experience all around.
That's awesome. I have to say that video is so well made. It's awesome. You could watch it numerous times, like you could watch a movie. It's so well made. I'm so curious of all the production that went behind it. It seems so well edited, and it's a great video.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a friend of mine from college. His name is Bailey Donovan. Directed it and helped with writing the script.
Bailey, big shout out to Bailey.
Big shout out to Bailey.
Big shout out.
He and his brother Joel own a company called Dragon Wake Films, and they're the ones that put it up. And then a ton of other of my friends did all of that. I mean, we had a ton of people. If you watch the credits at the end, we had tons of people helping out on the film, and it took 3 days and some pickup shots and blowing up a lot of stuff in my dad's kitchen. All the special effects was done by Steve Tolan, who owns a company called Tolan FX. And they do a bunch of stuff, a bunch of special effects for TV. They're doing a TV show that films in Pittsburgh right now called The Outsiders. It's on WGN.
Mm-hmm.
They did a bunch of other stuff. They're a super successful SFX company. They do so much amazing special effects. And they blew up the head in my dad's kitchen. And they're the ones that did the zombies or the deadites in the video. And they're all just a bunch of my friends who I asked to come out in the middle of the night in a random shed in the middle of Pennsylvania and, pretend to be zombies.
That's so fucking awesome. Seriously, it is. And I love that last part where you guys are trying to barricade the doors, and then the doors open out. It's like fucking perfect. That's perfect.
I'm gonna watch it again right now.
Oh,
You
yeah.
should. It's great. That was really fun to film in there. When we were filming in that shed, I'm sure that I'm not the first actor to ever experience this, but when we were filming the actual like zombies killing us all sequence, I was like, I could literally do this forever. It's so much fun because it's hard not to like really get into it when there's like zombies coming at you, like making moaning sounds. And I've seen so many zombie movies, but actually doing it is such a rush. And it's so much fun to be like
it seems
covered
like
in
so
blood
much fun.
and fighting these groaning things in a random shed. It was a blast.
What I liked about your video really is it's got that it's got the same comedy that Ash vs. the Evil Dead, which is a fucking amazing show. Like that's the one of the only shows that I've seen literally in years where all 10 episodes were solid, fun.
It's a perfect show.
No,
Yeah.
perfect. No,
It's a
filler,
perfect TV show.
no
I
filler
completely
episodes, no
agree.
filler content. It's just it's a riot.
Yeah, it really is. It's super entertaining, and it's really really funny. And it's not just funny in like little like I mean, of course, like his asides and his wisecracks are hysterical, but also there's like very funny like violence happening, very funny
Yeah.
action happening that's just hysterical. And but it also doesn't negate how good the special effects are on that show.
Oh yeah.
I like can't get over how good it looks. And they're all I mean it's really really great. I completely agree with you. Up until the very last episode of the first season, I was like blown away by it.
Have you guys watched any of the behind the scenes? Like, there's that one scene where all the blood goes gushing out of that door, hits that one girl. What's that girl's name? I don't know. She's fucking awesome though.
I can't
I
remember,
know,
but
I know
she's
what you're talking about. Yeah.
his main sidekick.
Yeah, yeah. I love that chick,
the
man.
one-
She's
oh,
awesome.
I don't want to give it away.
But there's that scene where she goes up to the door and it's all the blood comes out. I watched the behind the scenes where they literally had this bucket, that big thing, that big container of the blood that just shoots out that slide thing.
Yeah. I
Awesome.
actually, I when that happened, I was like, oh my God, that's totally a callback to the blood coming out of the hole in the wall in Evil Dead 2. And I always wondered how they did that too. I always pictured some PA with like a hose just spraying it right into Bruce Campbell's face for that part. But I didn't see the behind the scenes for the TV show. Is that how, because that was a significantly like larger spray of blood than just like what could have been like a hose. Like,
Yeah, it
how
was
did
like
they
this.
do that?
There's
Yeah,
a big container in it, and it just
I don't know how
dumped
they did
over.
that.
It dumped over and just spilled. Like it's the actual girl there. She's strapped up to these ropes that pull her backwards onto the ground.
Oh,
And, like,
I see. So the blood, yeah, so it's not actually pulling her. That's cool.
Yeah, that was that's awesome to watch stuff like that. I would love to just imagine that the people who film these movies and shows have as much fun as we do as the audience.
Yeah, I hope so. I haven't, I mean, I've done more horror this year than I've ever done, and every single horror film I've worked on has been the most fun film experience I've ever had because they're just so, it's really hard not to get into it. So I think they do. I hope they do.
Are you working on anything now?
I actually just finished filming a short film that's a precursor to a feature film called Help Me. And the short film, which is premiering at Fantastic Fest this fall at Draft House, Alamo Draft House. They're the ones who are distributing it, actually. It's premiering there, and the short film's called Help Me First. And we just stopped filming that like 2 weeks ago. And that was actually filmed in an abandoned asylum. That remember that show Ghost Adventures? What channel was that on? Those guys with the tight shirts, like those bros, those really bro-y guys are like doing ghost
The
hunting.
bros.
You know what I'm
Guys with
talking
tight
about?
Shirts. I know exactly the show you're talking about.
Yeah,
Is it on
they
Sci? Maybe
they
Sci. Sounds
went
like
to
a
this
Sci.
place. Yeah, it's called Ghost Adventures, I think. They
Travel
went to this
Channel.
place once. Yeah, Travel Channel, that's them.
Oh.
They went to this place and like did like looked for ghosts there, and it's apparently an extremely haunted. It might not have been an insane asylum. It might be like a hospital, or maybe I think it was first a poorhouse and then like an old person home. I can't remember. It's called Hillview Manor. That's the actual name of it, and it's abandoned and terrifying. And we filmed in there, and in the movie, it's supposed to be an old insane asylum,
Ooh.
and it's about ghost hunters going in to a haunted asylum, and we did a lot of the work on GoPros. So a lot of it was like me alone with GoPros attached to me in like these rooms with these people dressed up as ghosts, and it was so terrifying but so much fun. I could have done it forever.
I always wondered about that. I always wondered about like stuff like that. Like when you get in these situations when you're filming them, do you allow the terror to come over you and let yourself feel as scared as we think you are?
Yeah, I mean, I think I try to. but always in a fun way because you like
Yeah,
it's not you're not in danger, but
maybe.
still, if somebody creepy is coming toward you, even if you know it's just a dude in a mask or a girl dressed up to look creepy like a ghost, it's still creepy when they're like walking creepily toward you or just standing there. Like it still gives you the chills, like the images. And if you kind of let yourself like let go and have fun, you can be like, I mean, you're not in danger, but you can really get yourself like, you know, rushed up. I don't know how to
Yeah,
describe it.
yeah. Well, you know what? Even though there's guys with cameras around and there's people dressed up like ghosts, that does not mean there's not something actually creepy going on in this creepy building.
I know. When we were there, listen to how this is so classic. The power went out at one point. The grips and the sound guys and the lighting guys were like, "We didn't open these doors. The lights are going off. The power's off. We all need to go back." And I was like, "We're
Uh,
all a bunch of 20 somethings, and the power just went out in an abandoned asylum. I'm not going to be the first one to die, but I'm the blonde, so I'm definitely going to
You
die
got the. Did you have a nerdy guy, an athletic guy, sort of the awkward pot smoking guy? You had like all the archetypes of horror movies were in your group.
We
You
yeah,
realized?
we did. We definitely in the film there was a guy who's like athletic and cool, and there's like a semi dorky like tech guy, and I'm the blonde girl. So I was like, I'm gonna go first. If there's really somebody here, I'm done.
that would make for an awesome story though later. Or not for you, it wouldn't. But for the other guys, like we were filming this movie and Maggie, like she got. I mean, I don't know what happened, but
She went missing, and then we found a piece of her later. It was awesome.
Just a piece of me.
Just a
here's
piece.
her head in a box. Check us out. This is real. That's awesome. Yeah, that's. I always wondered about stuff like that. Because me personally, I've never been on the set of a movie or around anybody shooting movies or TV shows, and I'm always curious about all the small details, the behind the scenes stuff that normally you don't get out of people when you ask people in a lot of interviews. It's always like PR stuff, and sometimes you don't get the I want to know the small details. That's what I'm trying to say. I like to know, did somebody trip on stage? Did you anybody fart during a scene? I mean, that stuff really interests me, honestly. The stuff that normally you wouldn't think people would care about.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Um, yeah, it's so interesting the like the little things that happen on sets. Like one specific thing, like stuff like that I can think of that's interesting about Maggie versus Evil Dead is that the very last shot of the like short film. I get, yeah, it's a short film.
Yeah,
The
sure.
very last shot of it before it goes to black, I'm smiling at this camera. I'm smiling at the camera, which is pulling up on me as a zombie eats me. And the very last second, I stop smiling and like wince because the zombie next to me is like eating too much or like getting too close to me, and it's very funny. And people tell me all the time like, "Oh, that was my favorite part," and that's not acting. That's like me, like almost getting like hit by the other zombie eating the other dude, and the Bailey, the director, kept it in because he thought it was so funny.
Are you
So it's
getting
like
or was it you getting grossed out a little bit, or
he was like just going to town on this guy. Like he was really that guy. His name is Drew, who was playing that zombie. Was like really into it. It's really easy to get into that kind of stuff. And he was just like going to town this guy's fake intestines, and he just like got a little violent and thrashy. And I thought he was going to elbow me in the face, so I like moved my head a little bit at the end, and
I'm rewatching
it
the end.
looks like I'm like grossed out, like ew.
Oh, I
But I'm
saw. Yeah,
actually just trying to
the
move my
very
face.
last. I just saw like the last like
It
10
stayed in,
frames.
and people were. I really like the end.
Yeah, I just checked it again. The last 10
Yeah.
frames, you kind of do this sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Ted
Yeah.
made a short
I
film.
just like went back a little bit. But it's
Well, I
not
wanted to say-
me like actually trying to move my face away from his elbow.
I was actually I got to do extra work last weekend. You know Scout Taylor Compton from Halloween? She's in the remake of Halloween. Plays Laurie. She plays Jamie Lee Curtis in
Yeah.
the remake of Halloween. I was in some movie with her, and I was just an extra. And yeah, and that from what I mean, I don't know much about film sets, but I was the main extra in the background. I had to go. I was named "Gotta go take a piss" guy. And what it was is she was in a restaurant. She's pregnant and goes into labor and starts bleeding, and it's a goofy horror movie. And my whole thing was I had to be in the background, and I had to just get up and go take a piss, come back, and then when she goes into labor, I have to look all excited and go like, and start clapping and everything. And that was, I have very little experience on a film set. That was 4 hours of sitting at a table with the most god-awful smelling food that you're not allowed to touch and under your nose. And I seriously started to feel like I was going to throw up. And I was like, I'm in the background of this movie and they're filming, and I really think I'm going to throw up in the background from someone to smell this horrible shit. But it was fun, but not fun being in it. Maybe being the star is more fun, but listening to their weird conversation 30 times and pretending to go take a piss 30 times. And
Well,
it's not. Yeah, a lot of people think that. What were you saying?
Good.
Oh, no, I was letting you talk. I was going to say, Maggie, go ahead and say something.
Thanks. I was just going to say that a lot of people think that it's a lot more like it's hard work doing something over and over and over again. And especially when you have to like eat things or drink things, you can get like really in a space, like repeating the same thing over and over again. I had to drink wine in a short film once. It was just grape juice, but I had to chug a glass, like a wine glass of grape juice. And we did like 12 takes of it. And then by the 12th time, I had chugged like an entire bottle of grape juice in probably like 4 minutes. And then I literally had to go to the bathroom and I threw up all of this grape juice.
Yeah, that's the thing.
No.
I have a nervous stomach as it is. I have like anxiety that gives me a nervous stomach. And I think I would just get to where like, I start feeling the heat in the back of my head. Like I'm going to puke. You know, that's that awful feeling, the pre-throw up feeling.
And you're just trying to keep it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I had that earlier today for no reason. I have no idea. I was like, I'm going to go to Walmart. No, seriously. I got halfway to Walmart and I was like, am I going to throw up right now? This is very awkward when I'm driving. I was like, I can't go in Walmart. So let me stop at Burger King. Bad idea. Let me go to Burger King and get something in my stomach.
Pull over at Burger King.
Well, I needed something in my stomach and I didn't want to go to the store and buy it. So I went and bought like a little chicken sandwich, which I ate like 2 bites of it. And I'm sitting in my car. And I was like, fuck, I can't go to Walmart. I got to go home. I might throw up right now. And then I started driving home. I started sweating. Pulled my hat off. I'm sweating. I'm getting dizzy. I get home and it kind of went away, but I was like, what was that all about? That was very weird.
I think it's your nerves. It's like you get that little tinge of you got to throw up and then the nerves set in and they make it like a million times worse.
Yeah, and they push you further and further. I like though that like you like respect Walmart more than Burger King, where you're like, I can't throw up in Walmart. I'll pull into Burger King though.
Drive-through. If I throw up, I'm throwing up in my car, in my truck. I am not going to go in Walmart and be in line like, fuck.
That's the worst feeling in the world.
It really is. It really is. Especially if you're on a film set. It's not the greatest feeling.
No,
but
hell
at least if you throw up on film, they can probably do something with that.
They can use it.
They can use it.
Yeah,
Walmart, I don't think could have used it.
Yeah, well, Walmart's Walmart. No one would even have cared. Like, I see shit like this every day.
The guy would just kept checking out people at the counter.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, I had somebody throw up on the floor when I worked at Baskin-Robbins when I was like 16 or 15. I worked at Baskin-Robbins when I was young, and I remember someone just threw up on the floor, and like, fuck.
Oh, man.
Yeah, whatever. I was like, get the fuck out.
32
No,
flavors now. Am I right?
32, yeah, brand new flavor, guys. You guys want to try this new topping on this Sunday?
It's only on the floor, though. It's a floor set.
Yeah, well, you just scoop it up. If you scoop it up, you can keep it, I promise. Yeah, but I have a lot of respect for anyone who gets behind cameras and shit. Like, I don't even like putting my videos up sometimes on YouTube. I'm very self-conscious about everything. I got crooked teeth. I'm look, you guys can't see my big funny ears underneath my headphones, you know.
You look very telegenic. You look very nice.
You know what? 'Cause I have the glasses on. I wish I don't normally have.
I had 3 years of braces. See?
Yeah,
it was a fucking miserable experience.
Dude, I had braces when I was younger, and I whined and I whined. Mom, take these off. I don't like them. They hurt. Like I was a little crying baby, and they got taken off, and now I just got crooked teeth.
Did you not wear your retainer like you were supposed to?
I didn't wear shit, dude. I grew up in life just getting by. I didn't do anything I was supposed to do unless I was forced to do it.
I have these giant. My teeth are way too big for my head. I have these. They're very straight, but they're like Jim Carrey teeth. They're too big for my head.
No one will ever think that besides you. I promise that.
Yeah, I think that's something you only know if you're inside your own head, you know?
Yeah, I live
I
inside
have
my
never
head.
had braces, but I do have bonding. Fun fact about me, I
Fun
do
fact.
actually have a natural gap in my teeth, like one of those Anna Paquin gaps.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
But when I was like in seventh grade, I had it like there's bonding in between my teeth. There's just fake stuff in between that
Really?
makes me look like I don't have a gap in my
I
teeth.
love gaps, though. They look awesome.
Anna
That's what a
Paquin
lot
can
of
pull it
people
off.
say.
It's like Jewel. Jewel has those crazy crooked teeth, but I think that's part of her look. People always like, why did she get her teeth fixed? I'm like, I like her teeth. I like those little
Yeah,
imperfections. You don't have to be
I think
perfect.
Americans in general are a little too transfixed on teeth and like teeth being
Yeah.
perfect and straight and like neon white, which is not what teeth are actually like. That's not actually their color. Although you both have very white teeth.
I do not have you.
Well,
Just
I've got
that's
this. I only until I have this
camera
blazing
trick.
sun just hitting me dead in the face. It's kind of like
Camera trick. I don't have white teeth or crooked teeth. Or
I don't even
straight
have
teeth.
teeth.
Fuck it. What are we talking about teeth for?
I don't know. You know, it's a horribly awkward podcast. It
It
has to
is.
go to teeth at some point, right?
You know what's else is horribly awkward? Okay, so on Twitter a couple
teeth.
weeks ago, you put something about what's this LOL thing? Because it can't get it out of my head. If I see the words LOL, I can't get it out of my head. I see a little person drowning.
Yeah, so like for some reason, every time since LOL has been a thing, which is like what? When did LOL start? Like 2006?
When did
I
LOL
wish it would end.
start?
I don't know when
Fun
it started.
fact, I don't know.
Earlier than that? Probably earlier than that. Since it's began, I have seen like a little man drowning, being like, "Help!" Like his one arm is like bent and he's like waving, and his other arm is kind of sinking and reaching up, and that's what I've always seen.
Yeah.
Especially if the LOL, the first L is capital. But if it's lowercase, I also see just a guy like drowning and like yelling for help as well.
Okay. I'm about to blow you guys' mind. Not when do you guys? Okay, LOL was found in publications as early as 1560.
1560. No one was LOLing in 1560. There was like
Right.
plagues and stuff.
Were they ROFLing in 1560?
Yeah,
Rolling
yeah,
on the
there's
floor
like-
laughing.
There's a plague. The Black Plague is here. LOL.
Yeah, it's like the plague came and they were like LMAO. I can't believe the plague is here.
The online use of LOL might date back as early
The
as
online
the
use started in
80s.
1560. That's when the online use started.
The online use.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1800s. 1800. Yeah, I can't. Once you guys see this, capital L.
I see it in my head.
L.
Right.
Yeah, once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it, and I'm pissed. I'm
Yeah, well, what's funny is I tweeted it like a while ago, and I was like, does anybody else see this? And then no one liked it, retweeted it, commented on it. I'm not even sure people looked at it. No one said anything.
Well, I saw your
And-
comment that says nobody else sees it, and I was like,
Yeah,
nobody
I
else
said
sees
so then
what?
I commented on it and like months later and was like, I guess not.
Oh yeah,
Do you have the issue that we all have where you tweet or you Facebook something that you know in your mind is genius, and then you wait and no one likes it and no one replies to it, and you go, what is wrong with people? This is great.
I know this is gold. The thing about you never know with Facebook or Instagram or anything. Every once in a while, you'll put up something stupid and it'll get like 150 likes, and you'll be like, "Why does everybody like this so much? It's just me eating an ice cream cone. I don't understand."
Well, you have the thing where you're a obviously very attractive young lady,
Oh.
and this is the internet, so you have the benefit that Sean here and I don't have.
Yes.
That,
No,
uh,
you're
you have
handsome,
the-
dude.
the-
You got it.
You have the white knight mentality of dudes. You could post a picture of yourself clipping your toenails, and they're gonna go, "Wow, that's the greatest toenail clippings job I've ever seen." You have that whole thing going on, right?
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
That is
See,
true.
we don't get that.
Let's put this to the test, guys. Follow Maggie on Instagram, and you guys are gonna see some toenail clippings within the next.
Yeah.
Hour,
So let's do
2
can we do the
hours.
toenail clipping test?
You know what? I've posted so many toenail clipping pictures. I feel like I couldn't possibly post any more. I don't want to like fill up my feed with that. You guys understand?
What we should do
Yeah.
is just put a bunch of fake blood on your toes and say I clipped my toenails too short, and so it looks like your toes are just bleeding, and I bet you people love the shit out
And
of that.
the test too is, and I've seen many female friends of mine who are trying to say that you're having car trouble, and you'll have 9,000 people. Oh, where are you broken down? I'll come get you, babe. It's like,
Oh
who the fuck
God,
are you? Who the fuck are you?
that's kind of scary. No, thank
Yeah.
you.
And if I ask family, they're like, "No, I'm kind of busy right now. I'm watching Friends."
But Instagram is just filled with people waiting, dudes
Yeah.
waiting to help girls whose cars break down. What kind of person though is like, oh no, my car broke down. Maybe I'll go to Instagram to look for somebody to help me out.
Well,
you're
it's like they're not
bored.
looking for help. They just want it's the pity post, like, woe is me, I'm having car trouble. Yeah, everybody say how great you are. It's a pity post.
Jeez.
Yeah, people just take pictures of random shit. Every once in a while, I'll have some amazing food, and I'm like, I know people don't like food, but look at this fucking cool ass taco salad. It's huge. For no reason. You know what I'm a sucker for is those first person point of view making food videos.
Oh yeah.
I watch like
Those
every single
addictive.
one. Every single one. I can't not watch it. I love them. I save so many of those. I'm like, one day, probably not, but one day, maybe I'll make one of these things.
Oh, me too. I have so many of those saved. So many. I'm never gonna make that pesto. I think whenever I look at like my starred emails, I'm like, I'm never gonna make that goddamn pesto. Just delete it. And I think, no, maybe one day. I'm never gonna make it though.
Yeah, maybe one day. Or you just watch the video and you get your cravings right there. You just watch it like, that's delicious. Oh God, that's delicious. Okay, I'm good. Now I move on to my regular shitty diet.
My cooking show would be first person to me making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Awesome.
That'd
That
be
would,
my that'd be
You
my
would be
my
good at that, though. I can tell.
yeah, Ted would be great. He'd make little combat kid cartoon characters out of his sandwich bread.
That's
Little-
impressive.
She has no idea what that is.
Yeah, Ted
Sean,
made a
likes
cartoon.
to throw
It's
up my
pretty awesome.
internet movie all the time to guests.
Wow, what happened to the video? Did it stop
Oh,
on
no.
your guys' end?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maggie's video. Or yeah, my video went away. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta push
There's-
the video. You probably have to push the video thing again. I don't know what happened. It's weird.
Oh, Ted came back. Can you see me?
No, you probably have to re-click your.
Yeah. You have a little
video.
blue circle. There you
Oh,
go.
there it is.
I don't know what happened. That was weird. But yeah, Ted does a little cartoon. I don't. It's not a little cartoon. Ted made a cartoon. He spent 15 years of his life making this cartoon. Not really, but he put it on. It's like a 30-minute cartoon. He got like 4 million views on YouTube. It's not a little cartoon anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you post about this on Instagram?
There's probably some Instagram stuff on there. It was a Mortal Kombat fan film because I love Mortal Kombat, but it was done like really adorably. And NetherRealm Studios, who makes Mortal Kombat, like officially endorsed it because it was, and it just exploded and it's got 4 million views. And I was like, I had no plans to make a sequel. Now I'm like, I guess I got to make another one.
That's so amazing. That's why I love the fucking internet, man.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the hell you want, and it works.
Yeah, he can make a cartoon about little kids murdering other little kids and ripping their heads off and cutting them in half.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere. Jason
It's really
Voorhees
gory.
is in there.
It's a lot of child death, but it's Mortal Kombat if they were all 5 years old.
Oh my
And that's-
gosh.
That's what it is.
I want to see that. I have to see that immediately.
I will link you on the.
Yeah, link me on that. I'm Instagram stalking you right now to see if I can see anything.
If you've got a half hour to kill, we like when Alex Essa was on like 2 weeks ago. Sean did the same thing. I was like, okay, I sent it, and she's like, it's 25 minutes long, so whenever you have time, no obligation to watch it, but.
It's a
I will
great-
totally watch it.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's a
Scary
great
Stories to
25
Tell in the
minutes.
Dark. You posted pictures of those. I remember that. I remember when you posted
I
those.
love Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I love that book.
That artist is amazing, isn't he?
Hmm.
It's so unbelievable. Those pictures are so scary. They haunted my childhood dreams, but I was obsessed with that book.
Well, interesting thing, I did not really discover that book until I was older, until just a few years ago. I really didn't know about it, and I just became. I actually looked up the audiobook, and I started listening to it, and I was like, I cannot fucking believe these are children's stories. This is like the most horrible stuff I've ever heard. And I sort of got a new obsession with it, and I bought the Treasury, which is like the whole. I'm looking at your face rather than the camera. I got like the whole Treasury of like all 3 volumes in one, and I've become obsessed. And they have a documentary coming out about it, and they've got the movie.
I heard about that, yeah.
Guillermo del Toro is doing the movie.
Oh my God, that's
Really?
amazing. I didn't know that. I used to love that book when I was a kid. I haven't read them very much recently, but I read the book all the time when I was a kid, and those stories are Not for children. I think the
Oh.
recommended age range is oh God, I can't remember what the recommend. I feel like I was 9 when I got them, and I'm pretty sure I was like firmly in the recommended age range.
Every story is basically like a man went down to the store with his wife, and his wife got lippy, so he cut her head off. The end. It's like what? What? There's
Yeah,
no.
or it's like
There's
a
no
kid.
moral.
Yeah, like that seems like the morals of the story. Well, actually, you know what? I read somewhere once that they're all based off of like all of them are like based off of other urban legends,
Yeah.
but retold in some ways. So there's The Boy That Cried Wolf, I remember is in there. There's one about a guy making sausage out of people.
Yes. Out of kittens and children.
Yes, kittens, not just
cut-
children, kittens and children.
His wife. They said his wife starts yelling at him, and he gets sick of listening to her. Because I trust me, I know every story in that book like the back of my hand because I've listened to him over and over again. His wife starts yelling at him, so he kills her, turns her into sausage, and then like his banker comes in, he kills the banker, and then like he says, and then all the puppies and kittens started missing, and then the children started missing, and no one knew what was happening, and then a little fat boy came in, and he tried to kill the fat boy with a butcher knife, and the kid got away, and he told everybody, and the story ends with the parents, like Freddy Krueger style, come to get revenge, and they feed him to his sausage grinder. And that's how the children's story ends. It's like, are you shitting me?
I do remember that. You know another one I remember from that? I remember one where like American family goes to like Mexico on a trip and brings back a little puppy that they found, and then they take it to the vet, and the vet tells them it's a rat, just a
And it has
gigantic rat.
rabies. It has rabies, and the kid's been sleeping with it.
Dude, that's the one I remember, the rat one, because yeah, my memory sucks, you guys. I didn't have many. I've never been a strong reader, so I've never had many books. But I remember I did have those books, and where the sidewalk ends, shit like that.
Well, that's a fucked up book too, where the sidewalk ends. I had to help my parents clean their attic out back during Christmas because they moved, and I found where the sidewalk ends. It's been up there for 20 years, and I was like, keeping it. This is amazing.
That is.
Yeah.
And those stories are messed up too.
Yeah, they all are. The dude who rewrote Scary Stories and Shel Silverstein should like come together to make like the ultimate messed up children's book, and like put Lemony Snicket in there as well, and then kids will never sleep again.
I think the most screwed up story in that book is The Thing. Do you remember that one? About the
The
kids
Thing?
who see the creature crawl out of the.
The two friends, the guy,
Yeah.
the friends, and it gets closer and closer to them, like in the field. It turns out it's them though. It's a dead version of one of them.
Oh
Isn't
no!
that it?
What it is he gets close to it and he says he touches it, and then he gets sick and dies. And they say on the night he died, he looked just like the Thing. So the kid melted and turned into like a horrible skeleton at the end. It's and the artwork is like this horrible zombie faced
I
guy.
remember the Thing, and yeah, he's wearing like a blazer though. It's like a zombie thing, like wearing like a reasonable blazer. I remember.
It's fucking terrible. In fact, I'm reaching for the book right now. I got it around here somewhere.
You guys are making me want to go and read this. Dude.
Yeah,
I'm
here
gonna
it
have to
is.
do
You
that.
have it. You Instagrammed it. Yeah, look at him. He's wearing like a nice suit. See?
Yeah, I remember that picture.
Yeah. It's
How
so
do you
weird.
carry
I
around
always-
that big ass phone case?
Oh yeah,
That's
I
so
have, like-
awesome.
I have like a semi-addiction with ridiculous phone cases. I'm constantly.
See, look
That
at
looks
shit.
exactly like my ex-girlfriend.
That's the bride too. That's like oh no, that's a killed wife of somebody.
That's the I think that's from the haunted house is what that one was called. The bride is the girl who locks
Is in
herself
the
in the
trunk.
chest.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, right there. That's the most fucked up piece of artwork in the whole book. If you can see that right
Yeah.
there.
See how he's wearing like a reasonable blazer? I always remembered that as a kid, that I thought it was weird that this like monster thing is wearing like he's going to an interview or something.
Yeah, he looks
It's
clean.
like, I know I'm here at 5, but it's
Well-
a 5:15 appointment. I just want to be early though.
Well, this is the whole set of every story from all 3 books, and it's like $7 on Amazon. I recommend Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark Treasury.
I'm
If
gonna
you
have
want to read the most fucked up book ever put out.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
I hope it's digitally because I can't touch books. The fill of paper gives me it
I
gives me
love
the
the smell of a good book.
no,
Me
just
too.
touching
The
it
feel of paper.
like a newspaper. I'm not opening a newspaper. Seriously, I get these like
Thank God we're alive in 2016, man. That would be really hard. And
I love going to
LOL
Barnes
was
and Noble and just
invented in
smelling the
1510.
ambiance.
Yeah, I can't touch paper. I just it's like putting a popsicle stick in between your teeth. I just don't want to do it.
Oh, I like popsicle sticks in between my teeth.
You just like you can do like no,
Yeah, after I eat a popsicle, sometimes I'll just like hold the popsicle stick in my mouth for a while. You know what I
nope,
mean?
I'm good. Nope, that's gross. That's not gross, but like I think my arm hairs are standing up right about now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Oh.
know.
Nail on the chalkboard type of thing.
Yeah, Maggie, you're an awesome fucking guest. I swear. I
Oh,
feel like we can
thank
go
you.
forever. You only have a little bit of time, right? You got to scat out here quick.
What time is it? Oh my God, it's 7:10. Look, I could talk to you guys forever. Yeah, I just have a little bit more time. I'm sorry to
Oh
I'm
no,
sorry to
you've already
run.
gone an hour, so you're rocking and rolling.
You guys are great. I could talk to you two forever.
That's awesome. Yeah, I try to be the friendly guy because that's all I got going for me.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
And I know how to put together a podcast. I know how to edit a podcast at least.
Hey,
That's-
Sean, Maggie, I could talk to you two forever and ever and ever.
I want to hug you and squeeze you and call you George.
What's that from?
What was it? Animaniacs? What's that from?
I
know
have
I've
no
heard it
clue.
before.
It's a cartoon. Though.
Animaniacs.
It's a little girl and she like squeezed the animals. Like she get, or is it Looney Tunes? I don't know. I gotta
I
look
know
this
what
up
you're
now.
talking about.
Oh, you guys, TED Talk.
Talk. Maggie, do you watch The Walking Dead?
I have not actually, listen to this. People always yell at me, I've not watched The Walking Dead.
Not one episode.
I've not seen a single episode.
Holy shit!
I,
What the hell?
I know. I own the very first graphic novel, and I have not seen a single episode, and I've not read the book.
My
The first
God.
graphic
My
novel. I
God.
know. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
You
I
need
don't.
to, yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it really is. I've never gotten into it. I don't know why. You know what it is? I don't think it has like the I'm very much into like the feel of a horror show or like a horror movie or television show. And that show just feels like, I mean, it's really just what it would be like to actually be in a zombie apocalypse. You know what I mean? And it feels very much like I've never seen it. I'm just going off of like commercial and stuff.
It's the most depressing thing ever on TV, really.
Yeah, it feels like a TV drama, and there just happens to be zombies involved. And I think that may be why I never was like compelled to watch it or felt like I needed to. And also, it's really hard to just pick and choose like all the horror stuff you're gonna watch. Because I mean, if you're a horror film fan, you spend most of your time just trying to keep up and like watching all of the movies.
Yeah.
I love cult horror, which means I will just have movies to watch forever and ever. Like I was just watching The Puppet Masters.
wait. Okay, there's Puppet Master and there's one called Puppet Masters. I think had Donald Sutherland. Is that right?
That's right. I've actually been posting a lot about this on Instagram, and a lot of people have been coming out and like telling me the difference between all of them. The ones I know are The Puppet Master.
With the little puppets, with what's his face, with Blade and Six Shooter.
Yeah, Pinhead is that the name of one of them? That one is
There's
named...
one with the drill on his head.
Yeah, the one that looks like he's like wearing like a Nazi uniform, and he has a
Oh
drill.
yeah, and he has like a flamethrower mouth, right?
Yes, but not in the first one. Later on, he develops that. And then the Leech Woman.
Yeah, that made me want to. Speaking of throwing up, Leech Girl made me want to vomit when I was a kid.
You know, it's so funny. Everybody I've talked to online and like about the shows, all of the girls love Leech Woman, and every guy's like, "Get her away from me." And I think that's why girls like her. It's nice to see like a girl that's so creepy.
Is that a girl power thing? The Leech Girls, like
Yeah, like like our feminist. She's the small part of the feminist movement.
she had an endless. Her body is like this big, yet somehow she had an endless supply of leeches. There was a leech farm inside of her.
Yeah, it's so creepy. But I was just watching those, and people keep posting to me like, I was like, I have all of them. They're like, no, you don't. There's a million more of them. And I was like, I'll never be able to watch them. Never, ever. So I never got into The Walking Dead. And I know it's terrible, and maybe I will someday, but it never was like specifically up my horror alley.
It's not horror. It is what you said. It's a TV drama with zombies. That's exactly what it is. It's
The
not
Yeah.
villain,
horror.
like I was gonna say, Ash vs. Evil Dead. You know, the villain is demons. That's the villain.
Yes.
Walking Dead, the zombies are not the villain. The zombies are just kind of like they're just like an obstacle in the background. The villains are other people.
Yeah, yeah. And the true thing is that it's all about them getting in the way of themselves.
Yeah.
Except
Like the
zombies
world is
just
fine,
have
but
the
people
way
keep
they're
killing
killing
each other. If they would just work together, they could solve the problem. But everybody's always the people are worse than the zombies.
Yeah,
Hey
they're
guys, Leash
humaning
Girl's
it
hot.
up.
I'm in.
Doing
Leash Girl's
everything.
hot.
I gotta show Maggie my famous horror movie drawing. I'm gonna put it in the Skype. That's
in the
that's
Skype.
my claim to, or one of my claim to fame is this drawing.
You drew this?
Yeah, it's been everywhere. It's like
Yeah, I was about to say, have you put this on Instagram?
probably I actually am trying to get it. They're opening the horror museum in Hollywood, with, like all the big people, and I've actually contacted them about getting the actual original hung in the official horror museum because it's actually a pretty well known piece of work.
Yeah, I've 100% seen this before. You drew this?
Yeah, that's mine. I got
Is it
the original
pencil?
right. Looky, see if I can do it. There's the original. You can't. It's right over there by the heater, if you can see.
Look at you, bro. That's amazing.
Yeah, Ted's very talented. Sometimes I get nervous bringing him on the podcast because he does everything way better than I do.
No way, Jose. Sean, you're great.
I love Sean. Sean's my buddy.
Here's my painting that I painted. It's not very great. Where is
I
it?
can't see your
Right
video.
there,
Your
right in
video's
the middle.
spinning.
Yeah, I
His,
can't see your video screen either.
What?
your
I
screen
can't
is
see
spinning.
you.
My screen is spinning.
Where have you
Yeah.
seen my drawing? I gotta feel good about myself. Where have you seen this? Just the internet somewhere?
I've seen it on Instagram.
Oh.
100%. Because I search like all the hashtags, and then I just look at what's going on. And this is definitely, I've seen this multiple times under like hashtag horror,
Because people
hashtag
steal it.
villains.
I've seen many people try to steal it and say they did it. So I actually took a photo of myself with it, pointing at it, and put it on to like, yeah, you did not draw this. I fucking drew it. You shut your mouth.
Really? People are assholes. In my video, is this still off?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's still
it is.
spinning.
What the fuck?
Let me see if I can, while you're trying to figure that out, let me see if I can name. That's
There's like
Nosferatu.
5 people in there. Yeah.
Nosferatu, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Chucky, and Bride of Chucky. Pinhead, obviously. Who's that guy below him?
Below Pinhead.
Who?
Below Pinhead.
Yeah.
That's the tall man from Phantasm.
Aha. You know, I
Yeah.
have seen Phantasm. I'm ashamed of myself.
Well, you only need to see the first 2, and then you can quit.
I've never seen the rest of the Phantasms. To be honest with you, I always thought they were kind of like Hellraiser knockoffs because of that ball.
Yeah, they're okay. They're just okay.
Let's see who else. The Mummy, Hitchcock, Scream. I see. Oh yeah, Norman Bates stabbing in the background. Dracula, Scream, Myers, Pennywise, Phantom of the Opera. I can't.
It's a little
Oh.
outdated. Some of the new people. I drew this like 10 years ago or something, and
Really?
James Wan, the Saw guy, I know him a little bit, and he saw it and he messaged me. He's like, "Why isn't Jigsaw in there?" And I was like, it's sorry, I did it before that movie wasn't big yet.
He
Sorry,
wasn't a thing yet.
you weren't a thing yet, James. When I drew this like literally 10 years ago. So
There's Freddy. Who's that guy that looks like he's the Crow? Oh, that's not Sinister. It looks like Sinister though.
Sinister's definitely not. Where the Crow guy?
Right below The Exorcist.
Oh, that's Jack Nicholson, I think, from
That's
The Shining.
With the black hair?
Yeah, like his face is down. He's above the.
I see. I'm looking at the very small image. It looks like he has like long hair.
Oh, he
Wolfman,
does. Yeah,
Frankenstein, Crypt Keeper. He's like peeking out. That's cute. Everything else is too tiny for me to see right now. Oh, I see Jason.
There's Ash is small. He's full body. He's next to Freddy and Crypt Keeper between them.
I don't see him.
So little. There's a huge print of this online
It's like
somewhere.
a Where's Waldo?
Oh, I
Uh,
do see him. I do see him. His arm is up and his chainsaw's down. I do see
I'll
him.
tweet it to you. You're gonna have like 97 tweets from me when you go check your Twitter.
That's great. Oh, you went away now too.
I click the, maybe it'll go back. Click the,
Oh,
I
I
don't know
see.
what's
I'll do
going
it.
on. These are weird issues I've never ran into.
It's my fault, probably.
It's not your fault. It's probably my fault.
It's that Skype is a big piece of garbage. That's the problem.
Yeah, everything went dark. But oh well, you can kind of see you guys still there. Maggie, how much longer you got? A couple minutes?
Yeah, I should probably go soon.
Okay. Before you go, I want to talk about Sister Sorella real quick.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching. You watched online?
Yeah, so I watched the 3 episodes that are like the web series episodes, and then I watched one
Yeah.
of the other ones, and I'm impressed. I am seriously impressed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's a little different. It's certainly not the horror genre.
It's no, it's impressive. So let's tell everybody what it is. So it's like a live. This is watching a sitcom. You guys do it live. It's like watching a live audience sitcom, and
They
you guys
do it live. Fuck it,
Yeah.
we'll do it live.
Yeah, we do. Well, originally, it was like we did it in front of an audience, and we did it live, and you could only go to it like a theatrical event.
Uh-huh.
And we started taping all those and putting them online, and they're still there, which is like a basic like 3-camera sitcom feel. And then recently we started a web series, and the web series isn't live, but it's the same characters and some of the same stories put up, and we put out an episode a month. So we have 3
You
out.
guys you guys kill it. Like seriously, I'm impressed. Just the flow of it. Like the episode I did watch, you like catfishing your sister.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, I am Spartacus. and then there's a scene where you guys get emotional for a second. She's like cleaning the apartment, and you're yelling at her and basically telling her she's distracting herself from her issues or whatever. I was like, wow, this is really fucking good.
Oh, you watched the live episodes. I thought
I-
you meant you watched the web series. You watched like the actual live episodes.
Yeah, I
of our
watched that one.
performances.
So far.
Oh, that's so cool. Thanks for watching those. Yeah, those are really fun.
I'll watch them all. I'll definitely watch them all because it's really
You
good.
have-
Well,
Oh,
no, I'm
thanks,
not.
thanks.
Yeah, you're not telling me I have to. I'm saying I want to watch them all because they're good. I like it.
That's great. We have like actual like 3-minute like web series shows that aren't live, but they're
Yeah, I've seen
out
those.
now, and they're fun. They're fun too. But the live ones are they have like a special energy to them. And I don't want to give anything away, but we're working on developing some more stuff right now. So
I'm excited. It's good. I like it. I normally cannot stand live just actual sitcoms. I just can't stand them. I can't stand live audiences or laugh tracks. It turns me off. But I really like this. I'm gonna go through and watch all of them.
oh, thanks. Yeah, they can be really fun. I mean, the show is really fun. It's really fun to do in front of an audience, and it was really fun to film the web series, which is a little bit of a different feel for it. But it's fun to do because it's written by 3 women and it stars 3 women, and
You
know.
guys wrote it?
Yeah, we write it and we perform it as well, and so that's fun.
Ah, that's so awesome. Seriously, how do you tune the audience out, or do you not? Like, I wonder how you do that. Like, I couldn't focus on 2 things at once.
Yeah, a lot of people ask that, and I think the key to it is that you can't tune them out. You kind of have to like treat them like another like cast member, if you will, and like react to them and like work off of them. And if you use their energy, then everything goes. You have to kind of like go with the flow, go with like
Yeah.
instead of trying to fight against it. And especially in shows like that, like comedies like that, the audience is like a key player. Like the show to me doesn't really come together until we have the audience.
Yeah, that's so neat. Really, I wish I had the balls to do stuff like this because I would have so much fun at it. I can't remember lines very well. Ted, are you talking? Because your mic is muted. Mike, yeah, Ted, we cannot hear you, Ted. Okay, you guys,
Oh, he's,
Ted's
like,
had
online.
technical difficulties. Maybe he'll fix it. Ted, thumbs down. We cannot hear you. I don't know if he can hear me, but yeah, Ted's
Yeah.
yeah. So, but Yeah, I like this. I'm really impressed, and I wish I could do stuff like that. I really wish.
Aw, thanks.
Oh, he left. He's coming back.
Oh, I'm here.
No,
My shit died. I don't know. I could see everybody, but I couldn't hear everybody.
We've been having some weird
Microsoft,
Skype
this
issues.
is a Skype thing. Microsoft officially this month, they are now worth $1 trillion. I don't know if you heard about this, but they cannot get Skype to work, like, at all. They're worth $1 trillion, and we're part of like a podcast network, Maggie. We have like all sorts of shows, and everyone uses Skype because it kind of has like it has us by the balls. You know what I'm saying? It kind of has
Yeah.
what's the word, Imes? It has like a monopoly over the podcast industry, but it fucking blows.
It's a user-friendly software, but it just fucks up all the time.
And there's an update every other day, and it never improves anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I feel like this is all my fault. You can blame me. Don't blame Skype.
You can't blame yourself. You can't go through life blaming yourself. Things happen.
You can't blame yourself. Always blame Sean. Seriously, always blame Sean. I will take your blame. You guys send me your blame. If something happens in your life, if you guys get pulled over by a cop.
Face is back. My God.
Yeah, if you get pulled over by a cop and you're speeding, just give him my phone number and say it's my fault. I will handle it. Don't worry.
Today I was trying to get home in time for this show, and they were doing that stupid the Johnny Depp, what's that, Alice in Wonderland through the looking glass thing.
Oh yeah.
They were doing the premiere of that, and you could not move your car, and it was like not stand still for 30 minutes, and I literally said, "Fucking Sean, this fucking shit."
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I had Sissy Jones on a couple weeks ago. She did some of the voice work on the trailers. For what's the main chick's name? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I just know
Wachowski?
it's
Anna
Johnny
Wachowski?
Depp. Johnny Depp looks like Linda Blair in those movies. I don't know what they're doing. He does. It's not a joke. It's horrifying looking.
He looks like Linda Blair.
Look at him. Put us side by side of the Mad Hatter and Linda Blair at the end of The Exorcist. It's almost exactly the same.
Oh my God. You know, I love Tim Burton so much, and I just don't understand what he's doing with those movies at all. Not even a little bit.
And I love Johnny Depp, but I'm done with Johnny Depp with a white face and a goofy costume. I just
That's
want
exactly how I feel. I'd follow Johnny Depp to the ends of the earth. I just don't want to see him as the Hatter anymore.
Johnny Depp in Tusk. Have you seen Tusk?
He's in Tusk.
Tusk.
Yes.
Have I seen Tusk? I love Tusk. I think it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I love Kevin Smith, but I feel like Kevin Smith was like, Johnny Depp, will you do this movie? And Johnny Depp was like, can I do whatever the fuck I want? And he was like, yes. And Johnny Depp was like, can my daughter be in the movie? And he was like, yes. And he was like, deal. And they made this movie.
Yeah, now they got Yoga Hausers coming out with his daughter. With Kevin Smith's daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter. It's all based around them in that convenience store.
Oh, really? Yeah, because that other girl's Kevin Smith's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Guys,
great.
I'm putting Linda Blair and Mad Hatter side by side. It's uncanny. I can't even tell them apart. I'm gonna make a Photoshop side by side and see if anyone knows. It's like one time I put a picture of Ron Perlman and Harry from Harry and the Hendersons side by side. People could not tell the difference. This is part 2 of that.
Oh my God, that's so funny. That's like when people switch around Ted Cruz and Kevin from The Office.
Or
If you switch
the lead singer of Stryper.
Yeah.
You ever see that one?
Yes.
He looks just like him.
It's unbelievable.
Awesome. Okay, guys, we'll wrap this up so we don't keep Maggie too long because we'll just keep going. I'll say one more thing and we'll be here for another hour.
It's true. It's my fault. Thank you.
It's all your fault.
Picking your brain.
Yeah, we kept you longer. We were already at 1 hour and 20. You said an hour, so fuck yeah!
You could have watched Hellraiser Hellworld by now, but you chose to do this.
That is true. If you don't think I'm going to be watching that, you're dead wrong. I'm going to tweet you when I watch it. I'll be tweeting both of you about Hellraiser Hellworld.
I'll watch it too.
It has a very weird scene. Pinhead never directly kills people because it's always like this has a very odd scene where he literally picks up a meat cleaver and is like ah, and just like hacks a dude up, and it's very not Pinhead. It's very odd.
I don't understand. I don't understand who the last one they had to make because they had to finish the franchise, right? But
They had to keep the rights to the franchise.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't understand who's like right. Like, is there like there should be like a rule book or something. I just feel like that the whole series is in such flux. Like somebody just needs to make some hard and fast rules.
Here, Maggie, I'm sending you a picture.
Ted will send you the most shit ever. I swear. You'll have like homework to do. You're like, okay, I got my week
Alex
schedule
Esso
done.
2 weeks ago is still going through the binder of shit I sent her to look at.
I'm linking you this. I'm sending you this. Here's this link.
Look at
Here's
this picture. Look at it.
Oh my God. It's like the same eyes.
Same teeth, everything. It's the same.
That's really weird and
Yeah.
extremely depressing for some reason. I can't wait for in like a week when you go into Instagram and you see that I'm posting that picture you drew of all the horror villains. And I'm like, hey guys, just some sketching I was doing this week.
Oh,
Tell me what you
yeah.
guys
I'm
think.
gonna do it too. I'll do
know
it
it.
too.
You can get away. I will not bitch about you doing it. You can. It's all yours. Do whatever you want.
That doesn't make any sense to me that somebody would try to use somebody else's artwork online. I mean, it's the internet. People are gonna know.
And it's like I'm pretty sure I can prove I drew that, considering I have the original right there.
Well, you know what, dude? I do have a Samsung Note 5, so I can screenshot it, zoom in really, really close, and with my stylus, I'm gonna sign my name in there, and then zoom out, and boom, it's gonna look official. It's gonna look official.
By the way, I didn't know Linda Blair got so naked in so many movies. What the fuck's
Oh,
going on
really?
with this? It's weird.
Fun fact, naked Linda Blair.
Fun fact,
Hey,
Linda
good for
Blair's
Linda
got
Blair. Good
super
for Linda
naked.
Blair.
All right, guys, we reached the end.
Thank
Not
God.
because I want to, but we did reach the end. So here, this is just plugs. Plug all your stuff where you want people to find you, Maggie, or anything they want you to tell them about Sister Sorella, all that fun stuff. And I'm definitely editing out me stumble over these words telling me to tell you this stuff. No one will ever know.
Oh, okay, cool. What should I tell them? I should tell them. Okay. You can find me on Instagram. My name is Maggie Carr with one R. And I post a lot of fun horror stuff there. And for Sister Sorella, we have a website, thesistersorella.com. Or you can just follow me on Twitter at, what is it? What do you call that? That little at thing. At Magnus at.
Yeah.
The little at.
Hey, what do you call the at? Is it at? You can follow me at Mag the Car with one
Mag
R
the
as
Car.
well on Twitter, and I post there a lot as well. And yeah, I look forward to your patronage, your friendship, your viral friendship.
I'm
Maggie,
friends
I
with
would like to
everybody.
Like
offer
a
you my
disease.
I would like to offer you my friendship here on air
Yeah.
officially right now.
Will you accept our
Will you
friendship?
accept my friendship?
Yes, please do.
Okay, we got that. We got that recorded. We are friends.
I feel like
with Maggie
I've
Carr.
known you my whole life. This is wonderful.
Thank
So
God.
when you're on the next Evil Dead movie, you're like, "There's my friend Maggie."
Yep, your friend Maggie. I'll be there. Hopefully someday, God willing.
Oh, you will. You're gonna blow
And
up.
can I come on and be an extra, the guy that goes to take a pee behind Maggie?
Yeah, I'll
Uh,
only let you on if you're an extra with a bunch of crappy food, taking a pee every single take.
I want to be the guy bringing you the crappy food because I could definitely do that.
You can be the guy
You would be
puking
great
at
at
the
that, Sean.
I would be great.
You would be great at anything you do.
I actually, with the bald head and glasses, I can do a good butler. Like I could do like a. Can I take you to your room? Can I carry your bags up to your room, sir?
That's pretty good. Look at you.
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I got the lines down. Let me get this better. Can I take your bags to your room, sir?
That's good. Can you do like a British accent?
Can I take you
I
to
can't. I can't do it. Cut. Can't do accents.
Sean, can I take your bags to your room, sir?
Sir. Sir.
Master Sean, can I take you?
Okay, Ted, plug your stuff, dude.
Tedakin on everything: Xbox Live, Instagram, Twitter, Grinder, Tumblr,
Grinder, yeah.
Tinder. No, I'm kidding. But everything that's me.
Buddy. Can't wait. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait till I find you on Grindr.
Twitch, you can come watch me play video games. Whatever.
All right, here's my long-ass thing that I feel sick of every time I do, but I got to do it. Okay, guys, thank you. That was episode 39 of Horribly Awkward. And also, you guys can find me on the Tell Me Stories podcast, episode 29, which just was released this week. Paula Ellen is super fucking awesome. Candida is awesome. She's the bestie. She became a bestie just from podcasting with her, and I was on her podcast. So go check that out, episode 29, Tell Me Stories podcast. Also, Horribly Awkward is on the BS Podcast Network, so go to bspodcastnetwork.com. You could find me there as well, with a bunch of other shows. The Pure BS Podcast, Science Faction Podcast, Real Stupid Podcast, Geek Dig, Bitches Who Do Work, that's an actual name, Dropping Loads, that's an actual name, War Pod, Accidentally the Whole Tip, that's a name.
There's a show called Dropping Loads?
Yep.
There's a show called Accidentally the Whole Tip.
Yep.
That's a great name.
That's a great name. But the best of all is Horribly Awkward.
Oh, and I wanted to say I do Zombie Cast, and Maggie, you are welcome on Zombie Cast anytime you have literally nothing to do on a Monday night.
That sounds great. Zombie Cast sounds great. I'm going to have to get into that. I have so much to do.
Zombie Cast is
But the problem is
awesome.
we talk about Walking Dead, so you can sit and we'll tell you all about what you're missing.
And I'll be like, great.
We'll catch you up for 6 seasons in the span of an hour. We'll get you fully up to speed so you can start watching this fall when it returns.
Maggie would be awesome on Zombie Cast. All those guys, they're all my friends now. I mean, literally, we've all become like real close friends. We have this Facebook chat that we're all in there every day talking. Just one Facebook chat with 13 people. It's fucking awesome.
That's great.
Also, you can find me on the Social Dozen with Ted as well. Different episodes, most likely, or will most likely be on the same episode, but that's once a month.
Heck, there's a rule. There's a rule. You're not supposed to be on the show with the same person, and we've been on 3 times together. It makes no sense. So go figure.
Yeah, I'm never going to get through this, Ted, if you keep interrupting me.
Just putting it out there.
You can find me on Horrible Gamerz podcast as well if you want to hear me be an adult child. You can find me on Twitter at @awkward_podcast or at They Call Me Imes. That is also my gamer tag. Find me there, horriblyawkwardpodcast@gmail.com. All this stuff. Go to iTunes and leave me a review, please. I will love you forever, and I will send you a virtual hug any day you do this. Thank you. Hey, Maggie, what is one thing you've learned on today's podcast?
One thing I've learned on today's podcast is that there is a podcast called Accidentally the Whole Tip. And also that
wasn't an accident.
Hellraiser has a movie called Hellraiser
Hellworld?
Hellworld that I
Hellworld?
have not seen, and Pinhead kills somebody with a meat cleaver in it.
Shame on you.
Starring,
Believe
for
it?
some reason, starring Henry Cavill before he was the Man of Steel.
How bizarre.
What have you learned on today's show, Ted?
Everything is Sean's fault.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that.
Mm-hmm.
It reinforced that Skype is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Linda Blair looks like Johnny Depp. I don't know.
Oh, I've learned that the Maggie versus Evil Dead was shot at her house.
It was.
Yes, that's incredible. Okay, so we're done, you guys. Oh, this has been fucking awesome. Anytime you have an open door policy, Ted and Maggie, anytime you guys ever want to talk or come on podcast, just let me know. If you see a guest I have on coming on, you're like, I want to talk to that person too, just let me know. And here's what I need you to say. You ready, Maggie?
Yes.
As Gidget would say, peace out, Brussels sprouts.
As Gidget would say, peace out, Brussels sprouts.
Boom! Good. The best.
I'm sorry if I was responsible for any echo at the beginning. I didn't know my thing was screwy, but
Actually, in the beginning, there was a weird audio issue, and then once you reconnected, I realized it was.
yeah. Well, that's my fault, and I apologize in advance.
So it's really all Ted's fault, is what we're saying.
It's all fucking Ted's fault. You fuck.
This time it may have been. Yes.
Did my camera ever come back?
No,
It
you're
is
still
now
just circling.
spinning. Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird because on my end, I see everybody, and mine's here. That's fucking weird. Thank you, Maggie, for coming on.
Thank you
seriously.
so
Thank
much.
you, Sean. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Ted.
Thank you.
So I'll edit this, and it
Hope
will
you-
sound not as derpy once I edit it all, and it'll make sense. Even Ted, for the first time listening to one of my podcasts, I'm like, He's like, dude, this editing is awesome. And I was like, you're actually a first time listener.
I never listen to anyone's show. I
We've been
listen to
friends for a long time, man.
I listen to my own show, and that's about it. My show sounds. God, that was a good point I just made. But,
You guys have both been so wonderful. I learned so much from you guys. I have so much to do now.
You didn't
yes,
learn anything
we're
from
ready.
me.
We've tagged you, and we're ready to send you out into the world.
That's great. I cannot wait to watch this new Hellraiser film and then tweet you guys about it all the time.
I haven't
want
watched
it
it
all the time. I want to tweet every day. About
You know
the
what
new
me and
Hellraiser.
Ted do, or we've done it a couple times, or once, I'm lying, is we'll all get the same movie, we'll get like 3 of us in Skype, and we'll all push play at the same time and just watch a movie over Skype, which we watched that movie Bite recently, and
Bite.
it's some movie that just
It's about a
came
girl
out.
gets bitten by a thing and starts melting, and it's just meant to be disgusting.
No, I haven't heard about this.
It's one of those movies that comes out and goes, this is the most disgusting thing ever, bring your barf bags, people had to leave the audience, and it's not
Like
that gross.
human centipede situation.
So many
At
Human
least
Centipede was
Centipede
actually
1,
gross.
at least, was, I thought, a good movie. It was actually a well-made movie. In a way, 2, no. 3 was one of the worst things ever. But this is just, let's make something gross just to be gross. You know?
That's what Bite was.
Yeah, that's what Bite is. There's no plot. It's just, look how gross it is.
Oh man, I'm not all about that gross out life. I'm not into the Saws. I like the first Saw. Who cannot like the first Saw? But after that, I'm not into it. I'll YouTube the deaths. I'll just watch the deaths, and then that's it. I won't watch the movie.
Wait a minute. Okay, you're like, I'm not into the gore as Saw, but I will
Only
cut
the
out
gore.
everything that's not the gore and just watch the gore.
I'm not gonna watch the whole movie if it's really just about the gore, is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I read.
But like the special effects in the Saw movies are like the best around. They're amazing. I can't miss those. It's just like I've never seen any of the Fatal Attractions, but I know Fatal Attractions. The Final Destination.
Oh, Final Destination.
I was like, Fatal Attraction? That wasn't gory, was it?
No.
They did cook a bunny.
But I know every single death in Final Destination like the back of my hand. I've seen all of them a million times.
I enjoy those movies. The 4th, 1, 2, 3, and 5. 4 is a piece of garbage, but 1, 2, 3, and 5 are good.
4? Which one is 4?
That's the Final Destination. They called it The Final, then they made another one. Final Destination.
What's the first death? Is that the race car one?
That's the NASCAR one, yeah.
Yes.
That's a really bad movie.
I've never seen it, but the deaths are really good in that.
Is that where the guy gets stuck in the pool? Like gets sucked into the bottom of the pool?
Yeah, ass sucked out.
It's killed. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of things that are stupid about the kills in that movie. For instance, the girl is standing there outside the NASCAR place, and a tire comes and has enough force to knock her head off, but not enough force to knock over her body.
Yeah, it's like a Mortal Kombat fatality. The head just falls over. It's ridiculous.
That's also the one where the guy's like working out and 2 weights come and crush his head together.
A lot of head crushing in that one. Shit.
I think my favorite is in part 5, the gymnast who flips and lands and her body just folds.
Yeah,
It's like,
in half.
I was eating a tuna fish sandwich and watching that movie, and I was like, get me a fucking break when that happens. Get out of here.
You remember what you're eating? Must have had some impact on
I
you, man.
distinctly remember I was at a very bad time in my life, so I remember everything that happened every day. And I was eating a tuna fish sandwich and watching Final Destination 5, and I could not believe what I just saw.
Yeah, it's not the best time. That one.
Oh shit, we're gonna keep you all night.
You remember
I
Saw
know,
5?
I should go. I'm like, I have to go. Oh, the podcast is over. Let me tell you about the final points of Final Destination.
Yes. Tell us. Anything. We'll take anything. Give it to us.
This is a good video series. Maggie Carr's The Finer Points of Final Destination. This is going to be huge.
I think it's because it's really hard to find people who will talk about the finer points of, like, Hellraiser, for instance. I could literally talk about Hellraiser or Evil Dead for years. And but no one will talk to me about it. So when I find somebody, I can't tell you how many, like, random people I'll find out are into Hellraiser, and then I will, like, talk their ear off. They'll be like, just please leave me alone. I don't know your name. I don't know who you are.
This girl's really pretty. I want to talk to her. Oh God, she's talking about Hellraiser. And then they're like, get away. She won't shut up about fucking
She wants to
Hellraiser.
leave up, or Evil Dead 2. I do that with. I can't tell you how many times people have been like, I don't care about the claymation section of Evil Dead 2. Please.
I
Just
love the
leave it
claymation horrible shit.
It's my favorite part when the girlfriend's naked body does ballet outside. This is hysterical.
Yes. It's been a while since I need to go back and watch
And the
some
first
old
one is
horror
straight
movies.
up It's like Play-Doh that just is like they disintegrate it and then
It
like
melts.
cream corn comes out.
Yeah.
You made me want cream corn right now.
I saw a Tom Savini interview where he was talking about how he was doing some special effects in like one of the you can rent special effects labs and stuff and editing rooms. I guess you could rent them back then. And he was in a room and these kids asked him to look at some of the special effects editing they'd done. And he was like, "Oh, this is actually pretty cool." And it turned out to be Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi. And they were showing him the melting scene. Also, fun fact, Evil Dead 2, the guy who plays Ed, the first one to become a Deadite in that movie, the girl's chappy boyfriend, he's now a host on QVC.
What?
And I was flipping through and I saw QVC one day and I almost spit out my drink because Ed from Evil Dead 2 was selling shoes on
That's
QVC.
hilarious. I love it. Hey, do whatever pays, right? Shit, I'll
I
sell
know.
some shoes.
Fun facts.
Yeah, I'll
All
sell
right, I'm
wigs.
really gonna go this time. I won't talk your ears off anymore.
Oh, you're definitely not bothering us. We'll be here. We'll chill. It's all you.
We're losers. We got nothing to do.
Yeah, we don't have nothing to do.
I'll sit and
Seriously.
listen to
No
this
way,
all night.
Jose.
Screw it.
Well, thank you guys so much. I'll be tweeting you on the interwebs.
On that crazy giant
Yay.
phone thing you
Phone.
got. Good Lord, you carry that around deliberately?
I do.
Screenshot. I just took a screenshot.
Of me licking this?
See, I've just got the basic.
Yeah.
This
yours-
this is the most man case in the world. Just nothing flashy. It's
Oh
just a
yeah, look
basic-
at mine, guys. Oh wait, you can't see my fucking
Yeah.
picture.
And
No,
I do
I
have when you turn it on, I have the Michael Myers wallpaper.
Oh, that's creepy.
It's blurry for some reason.
Yeah,
but,
that is weird. That's creepy as all hell because you can't see what it is.
Just scary face.
Yeah,
I don't
sometimes I wake up.
Put Pinhead on my background or any of the Deadites or Bruce. I have had Bruce Campbell as my background sometimes.
Hey.
My sister got me this keychain though. Look at this. She got me a bunch of these, but a little Cenobite keychain.
That reminds me of the little guy from Trick or Treat.
Oh,
follow-
Sam!
Oh, I have. I need to
Fucking
send you.
love
I
that
got some
movie.
cool artwork. I'll send you. Do you follow a girl named Moody Voodies on Instagram? She
100%
makes.
I do.
Yeah,
Yes.
she makes little toys and things.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey. Moody Voodies.
Moody Booties. She's
Moody
also
Oh.
she and a girl that goes X. It's Gore Girl OXOX. The two of them are constantly sharing things back and forth.
Gore Girl OXOX.
I need
I
to
think
step
her
my
name-
horror game up, guys.
You gotta up that horror game, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you got to
do.
get into it. That Instagram scene is crazy.
I
People
barely
are
just
really-
signed up for Instagram, and I never really use it. Rarely. And I don't know. Maybe I should.
Yeah,
Sean, you gotta
should.
get a subscription to the. You gotta get that Shutter, and you gotta get the Scream box, and you gotta watch all the horror, and you gotta get caught up. And
Well, I watch horror movies constantly, man. It's like my favorite.
You have to be on Instagram then. It's so much fun. You can learn if you need new stuff, all you have to do is go on Instagram for a minute. And somebody will be like, "Here's a million movies you can use."
just just hashtag horror.
Yep, just follow any hashtag. Horrorgram, Insta horror, all those
Insta-horror. I
hashtags.
fucking love that name. That sounds
Yeah,
like Ted.
that's how we found
Wait,
Ted.
Insta horrors. What is this? Insta horrors? I could. Oh.
Insta horror.
Yeah,
that's how I found Ted on a hashtag.
Ted's an Insta horror. Yep.
Yep.
Many
you're an
people have
Insta-
found me on Insta horror.
Oh, I have to go.
All right.
Goodbye. It's been
Boo,
one.
boo, boo.
Goodbye. I'll tweet you guys.
Thanks, Maggie.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Adios. Let's see.
Well,
That was fucking easy, right?
she was very, very nice.
Awesome. That was super fucking cool. So, I am going to stop the recording. Where is my thing? Or did I already stop it? Hold on. Nope. Here it goes. Say bye for the YouTube channel if anybody ever once made it to the end. Bye, Ted. Well, you don't have to hang
Oh, we're
up.
hanging up. Bye, bro. I'll talk to you later.